Good evening and welcome to a very special Handelabra Live. Welcome, chat. Welcome, everyone, and welcome to the squad of mod authors I have on the call with me. You can't see them, but they are here. Everyone say hi at once in a cacophony.
Hi!
No, I'm also.
Perfect. Yeah, the chat is like, what the heck is going on? This is Handelabra Live. I am John, lead developer at Handelabra, and today we launched Steam Workshop support for Sentinels of the Multiverse, and it's a very exciting day. So I thought, wait, let's grab some of these amazing mod authors and get them on stream with me. And so we're all here. I mean, not all the mod authors. There's probably more than double more mod authors. But you got to start with a few. I will mention that Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, including Black Lives Matter and trans rights. Anyone actively working against these goals is not welcome and will not be tolerated. So tonight we're going to play Sentinels, and we're going to play mods, and you're going to see the mod squad. I've got your name now, the mod squad.
Love it.
Is going to play their characters / environments and villains, and it should be a rollicking, wacky time. So I would like to introduce everyone, but in that I will have them introduce themselves. So starting up, Bart KF.
Hi, I'm Bart KF. I maintain Bart KF's gallery. I have 5 heroes, 4 environments, and 2 villains currently, with some variants, and some of them are built on RPG characters that I've come up with. Some of them are other people's ideas that I'm borrowing, and some of them are completely unrelated and just for the card game.
Awesome.
But none of them have art because I'm not that kind of person.
Well, you never know. There might be an artist who sees your mod and is like, I would like to art this. I like drawing goalies and things. Next up, we have N series of numbers. Nick.
Hi, I'm Nicholas. My handle is N followed by a series of numbers. I built the mod Intriguing Comics, which has 1 villain, 1 environment, and 3 villain variants for other villains, including 1 from a different mod, actually.
Mm-hmm. Rujuin.
Hi, Rudin. I am the developer for Lazy Fan Comics. Again, also a mod without any art because I don't really have an author budget or clear enough pictures to go through that as of yet, but who knows what the future might hold. Lazy Fan Comics currently has, I believe, 7 heroes, just mostly stuff I've made up with the 1 asterisk of the one based on Aeon's End, the other game that Handelabra has that I've officially received tentative permission for in terms of I've asked them and they've said yes until as long as I'm careful about it, so that's available at this time, along with a variant for most of the official heroes.
Cool. Yeah, I must admit, I do sometimes think of your mod as the emoji mod.
No, that's completely fair. That was basically what art was available at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's actually, you probably found lots of good, Creative Commons and free icon libraries and things like that, so. Cool. And we also have Tesla Coil.
Hey, my name's Eric. I go by Tesla Coil all over the place. I made Spooky Ghostwriter comics with 3 heroes and 1 environment, and possibly some other stuff in the future.
Very cool. And Rhyme, 29.
Hey y'all, I'm Ryan29. I am one of the main developers for the Cauldron expansion, which has a boatload of decks. I'm not going to name the numbers. In addition to that, I do have my own separate mod that has, I think, 4 decks in it, which is just some the fun stuff. But primarily, I work on Cauldron stuff.
Basically, this man is all of our hero and trailblazer, and we wouldn't be here without him.
That's true. I think
Thanks.
Cauldron was you were one of the first, just jumping in and getting into the dirt even before we had any documentation or anything, right?
Yeah,
So
I was actually decompiling the DLL and like replacing Setback with Lady of the Wood from the get-go, just trying to see if I could figure out what this was doing.
This madman.
I mean that tracks with Setbacks, so could have been guys, but that probably would have introduced even more weirdness.
Yeah, I'm very glad I
okay.
didn't choose guys there.
We don't stare at guys and, hey, I'm that guy too much. That's a good way to get a migraine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got all our games set up here, and I'm sure everything will be fine. There'll be no bugs, right, everyone?
Not even one.
None.
Well, we're not going to
Absolutely.
blame Baron Blade in any case.
Absolutely
Well,
something.
it depends. If we fight Omnitron and there are robot bugs, does that still count?
Yes. Yeah. Well, you can blame Omnitron, yeah, because he's obviously going to be introducing bugs. All right, so Ridgewan is not on the game right now. We have 6 people, so Ridgewan's going to swap into the next game, but he can provide color commentary and make fun of all our mistakes.
There's plenty of blame for bugs to go around.
Baron Blade says, "Tremble, fools! The moon grows closer with your every breath." And Tesla Coil, you got to take it away here.
Okay. As Scarletta says, I'm here to kick ass and shoot fire, and I still have plenty of fire.
Then how will you do kicking if you're busy with the fire?
She can do both.
All right, we're going to introduce everyone's cards when it gets to their turn so that we don't have 5 minutes of me reading cards at the start. So we'll have Baron Blade
Maybe
go.
you should read Clara first.
Oh, sure. Oh, the whole deck?
Just at
Oh.
least the character.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
so
the one-
it just hadn't come out yet, so I'll pull that up in a second. There's I said something earlier about elemental redistributor, and there it is.
Yeah,
Alright.
and that is actually going to cause a problem.
So Clara Cloverfield, I have up on the screen, which is from Nicholas's environment. Clara Cloverfield. Did you want to read it out, Nick?
Sure. So Clara Cloverfield, Intrepid Reporter, at the start of the game, put this card into play. That just happened. This card is considered a hero card, and you can see it actually has the default graphic for a hero card. If this card is 1 or more HP, it is indestructible, and if this card is destroyed or otherwise removed from play, the heroes lose.
Cool. I noticed the Cauldron uses that trick, too, of preventing environment card destruction.
I think that's the standard way of doing it is if it has more than 1 HP, it's indestructible, so actually get them down to 0 HP, which mostly works except for the things like Fanatic's Final Die, which tend to be
Right.
a little bit wonky with that concept, but probably as close as we can get.
All right. Escarlata.
Yes. Did you want me to go through my cards?
Yeah, sure. I'll bring them up on the stream while you read them, and I will try to follow along.
Okay. Oh. Why am I playing a card?
That's all right. It just went to AFK.
Oh, I see.
That's all.
We've been talking.
So heat modulator, it's an equipment. At the start of my turn, I can perform one of 2 effects. The first one deals myself damage to increase Escarlata's fire damage to non-hero targets by 1 until the start of my next turn. Or I can reduce fire damage she deals for a turn to have her regain a hit point and draw a card. Scorch the Earth. Sorry, are you?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll click next when you
Okay.
when you say it.
Scorch the Earth is a one-shot. Escarlata deals 1 target 2 fire damage. You can destroy an ongoing or environment card. Lots of Escarlata's cards have this next rider, where you can discard a card to perform passion text on the card. And this one's passion text is play a card. Next one is
Spicy.
Spicy Pepper. At the start of your turn, you can destroy this card and have Escarlata deal herself half the number of cards in her hand as fire damage. If you do all that, you draw 3 cards and you get a damage boost for your fire damage until the start of your next turn. Finally, the Crimson Valkyrie, Escarlata's motorcycle. You can draw an additional card during your draw phase if you perform passion text that turn, and the power is to draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand, destroy the motorcycle, and the environment deals Escarlata 2 mute.
That looks like a signature kind of card.
Yes.
Nice.
Escarlata is all about playing lots of cards in one turn and building up a strong hand size.
Right, so you did mention that Elemental Redistributor might be a problem.
Yes, almost all of her damage is fire damage. So
The redistributor first. Not a problem at all, right?
right.
Besides, it's not like you should be punching Baron Blade so far.
Yeah, might be worth going after the platform first. Oh, and her innate power is to do 1 fire damage and drop.
And bonus draw because of the equipment.
Cool. So we got the Stranger now. The Stranger, his first card is Corruption. Draw up to 4 cards, and for every card drawn this way, he deals himself a damage. Just a simple draw card. Then he got a Rune. Stranger has 2 sort of concepts in his deck, runes and glyphs. Runes do some kind of like modifier, so this one reduces damage next to your target by 1, but all the runes have this rider at the end. At the start of your turn, you may destroy this card. If you don't, you deal yourself 1 irreducible toxic damage. And so we have another rune here, Mark of the Twisted Shadow, which increases damage by 1 dealt by a hero. And then it has that same rider about destroying or dealing yourself damage. And then finally we have the Old Roads, which puts a glyph from the trash into our hand, or we can reveal cards from the deck until we get a glyph. If this was Definitive Edition, that would say Discover. We put it into play, shuffle the others, and then you can draw a card. Essentially, all the glyphs do is that they will prevent the damage at the start of a turn, in addition to some other fancy shenanigans. And our power is just to play a rune.
The art on that last one is cool, with the like sort of spacey / graffiti effect.
Yeah, Tossex is a crazy good artist. Cool. So I'm thinking we get some extra damage out. So who thinks that they'll be dealing lots of small instances of damage?
I have no idea.
I guarantee I'll be doing that.
I can do that.
Yeah, both of those. Third and fourth are both good instances of damage dealers, as to my knowledge.
Okay.
Escarlata also is. Yeah, I can confirm Tucker's good.
Oh, I played the wrong card. Sorry, my friends. Can we go back?
We can.
I meant to
But
Twisted
to
Shadow.
have some. I think it's fine to have some protection and then play your first rune using your power, but okay.
I mean, we can do both, right? I mean, we'll take a
Yeah.
little bit of damage, but I'm happy to. I guess that's fair. Yeah, let's do. So I can either get someone to have -1, then the +1, or we can do let's grab a glyph followed by the +1.
Probably grab a glyph followed by the plus 1 makes sense. I feel like
Okay.
you at least want to have one out there.
Yeah. Baron Blade's not in attack mode yet.
So
That's
the
what we
chat's mad that we don't have a mint, but technically you still did the same thing. So maybe it's
I did do the same thing.
we've got spearmint now.
It's a metaphorical mint.
So we got the Glyph of Decay out, which does that once during your turn when the stranger would deal himself damage prevented, and then as a power, I can play a rune and then deal one target, 1 toxic damage.
So you can do the same thing as your innate, but better now.
Yeah, basically. So we're going to do the Twisted Shadow, and let's do it on Trailblazer.
Admittedly, I guess the big thing for Trailblazer and Tucker are who got more attacky cards this particular shuffle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
get a
fair.
damaging one shot, just my power. So
And I'll hit the platform because that's what we're starting with.
another corruption.
Okay.
Corruption says
Um,
all of your skills cost 0 energy. Oh wait, wrong game.
Nope, not that
All right, sorry, Nicholas, go ahead.
Sure. I'm playing Trailblazer, who is actually not from my mod. They're from Lazy Fan Comics, so I wondered if we didn't want to introduce the character first.
Sure. So Trailblazer, at this time, Trailblazer has Climbing Harness, which is increased first damage dealt by Trailblazer during each of your turns by 1, and if there's a position in play, instead it's during each turn by 1. Then we have Tactical Withdrawal, which is use the power on one of your positions twice and destroy that position. As you can tell, Trailblazer has a lot of things that interact with position cards. Uncharted Grounds is shuffle your trash into your deck, reveal from the top until you get 2 positions, play 1 and shuffle the rest back, and then deal some damage. And Wasteland Wanderer is after an environment card is destroyed, you can put it under there, and the power on it is deal 3 damage, increased by 1 for every card under that.
Cool.
Okay.
So definitely a couple of ways you can go.
Well, I've learned that with Trailblazer, you want to get positions out early, so I'm going to play Uncharted Grounds.
That seemed like a good first turn card.
Definitely is.
So I've got a choice between Striking Zone, which is basically a damage card, and Vantage Point, which is a draw cards card. I'm going to play Striking Zone.
Poor Baron Blade.
And I'm going to do damage to the mobile defense platform.
Indecisive Strike in the chat has a
think we get
question.
both.
I need to program some of my characters into a mod. What is used to program the code in? Well, you were in luck that you came to this stream because you have 6 people here who can answer that question. Anyone want
The
to?
answer is go to the Trello and read the docs. No.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
Hey, that's
For
a
the
good
details,
answer.
go to the Trello and read the docs, seriously. But, like, the starting point is Visual Studio C#.
Yeah, Visual Studio and C# will have most of what you need. There's a GitHub with some example stuff that you'll be able to pull, but you'll want to check the Trello for a lot of the details. And
Yeah.
it is something that's also sort of incorporating a lot of the pre-existing work that Handelabra has done, so it will be necessary to get a good idea by looking at examples, if at all possible. There is a lot.
And I strongly recommend getting a decompiler like ILSpy or DN Spy just to like look at the existing cards that you're familiar with and understand sort of the overall flow of how those cards work.
I
Yes.
completely agree with that last comment. That's how I learned to do this. I do not know how to program in this programming language at all, other than what I learned from literally copying other cards and then modifying it more and more until I figured out what I was doing.
I mean,
I'm,
it
by the
wasn't
way, using the
Sentinel
power on Strike Zone. Well, so I can keep going.
Yep. Yeah, that wasn't Sentinel specifically for me, but I definitely learned how to code originally because I found a game, took some examples and tried, copying, pasting, removing pieces to see what changed and so on. And that's basically what started me into the whole modding scene.
Yeah. And since everyone on this call is old guard Sentinels modders now, so congratulations. The Trello is not the main place now. We do have a webpage.
Oh, cool.
But the Trello is
That's
still
right.
going to be there, but it's not going to be the center as it was before. So I put a link in the chat there of the. I mean, it's basically just a website that's like, hey, modding. Here's a link to all the things, and the Trello board's still going to be like, here's the things we're planning to work on and stuff like that. So. But yeah, that's all very good stuff. I kind of feel like I want to put out a short guide that's like, so you decompiled the Sentinels DLL. Like, here's some things that you should know and not just exactly copy everything.
Right.
Yep.
Oh,
Because
Definitely
it's
some-
it's optimized, right? So some things are not going to make sense or be quite correct. So
The number of times I've seen it just like have every single parameter and it's just like, no, I don't want this. I don't want this.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I was just
compile.
gonna say that it fills in all the optional parameters. So
oh right, yeah, because
if you're-
that's something we learned while we were documenting the code, and we're like, oh, we can make it parameter optional or whatever, and it's like, oh no, that broke everyone's code because that's totally just a compiled like a developer side thing. I didn't realize it was something that broke everything when you changed it.
Yeah, I think at
Yeah.
that stage there needs to be a full every mod needs to recompile to make this work.
Yeah, but we learned. That's the best. It was a good time to learn it, and not like say today. All right, so let me read my cards out. So I have Tucker, which is from Case Files by Bobber something.
Robert O'Reilly.
Bobbert O'Reilly. It's literally on my screen right now. Followed Handelabra Games 20 minutes ago. So thanks for the follow. Tucker Division 6 Bobbert O'Reilly. Oh, like the Who song. Nice. But except that's not what the song is. Not exactly. Tucker deals a target 1 projectile damage. You may play a handgun card. Well, that's handy, so that means I probably don't play this handgun card. Derringer is an equipment handgun limited. I deal a target 3 projectile damage. I may play a trick shot card or discard a card to make the damage irreducible. Evidence storage. Ooh, evidence from soups. Up to 2 players may put an equipment card from their trash into their hand. You may search your deck for equipment and put in your hand or into play. Shuffle your deck. This seems like a later card. Field experience. Oh yeah, we had that picture of the bunny on the post. Reduce damage dealt to Tucker by environment targets by 1. It has a power to select an environment target to lose any end of turn effects until the start of your next turn. Ooh, we can mess with Nicholas's environment cards.
Yay.
Except that's not an environment target, right? So it won't work.
It doesn't have any end of turn.
And also that. Twin pistols. So I have these equipments in my hand, which is handy. Deal up to 2 targets, 2 projectile damage each, or another power, play up to 2 trick shot cards. Interesting.
I recall Tucker has a lot of guns and trick shots that she fires with those guns. So you'll probably want to start looking for those after you choose which gun.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any trick shots right now.
I think
But-
one of the guns might let you draw or something.
Yeah, revolver.
Yeah, I don't have that one, but I do. Yeah, so interesting. So what are we at with the MDP? Is that 2?
Yeah,
Bart,
so
are you
can
gonna
take that out?
Yeah, I could kill it with the 3 damage one, or actually with the
think-
twin pistols.
I think you're probably good because I don't think any of the fire people are currently up to go next.
Sure. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
play the twin
um,
pistols and use that, I think. Finish off the NDP. And fire people, you just hit the elemental distributor yourself.
Fine. I will.
Sure, we're gonna burn the elemental redistributor. What could go wrong?
Okay, so I'm playing a variant of the goalie, who is my first character from the RPG back when that was in playtesting. Her concept was she can set down this area where she'll be superhumanly strong and fast and have great reflexes. But then it sticks to that space for a while, and she needs to like hold the line there rather than move around the battlefield. So a lot of her cards involve getting out the goalposts card or destroying the goalpost card for an effect. Like the variance power is play a goalpost card from your trash. The goalie deals 1 target 1 melee damage. If no card entered play this way, the goalie deals the same target 1 cold damage. So you get to hit harder if you didn't have it in your trash or if you already had it out. We have an equipment, goalie gloves. Whenever a goalpost card enters play, increase melee damage dealt by the goalie this turn by 2, and then power, the goalie deals up to 2 targets, 1 melee damage each. One shot, hospital ball. The goalie deals 1 target, 4 projectile damage. You may destroy a goalpost card. If a goalpost card is in play, the damage target deals the goalie 2 irreducible melee damage. So you either leave your goalpost to deliver this big hit, or you deliver the big hit and get hit back. Huddle up is just a support 1 shot. 1 player reveals the top 5 cards of their deck, puts 2 into their hand, and the rest into their trash. That player may play a card now. If they do, destroy a goalpost. And shootout. Each non-hero target deals the goalie 1 projectile damage. The goalie deals each non-hero target 3 projectile damage. It's like, what is it? School of Hard Knocks from me instead.
Using that around environment target that you shouldn't, but I guess that's hero target now, so you're probably
It is.
okay.
It's a hero card.
Yeah, it's
It's very
I think,
convenient.
yeah, it's safe from harm from us.
Lee.
Sort
Nobody packed any high explosives, right? Right?
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and take this out for the fire people.
Thank you.
The fire people, thank you.
The Fire Nation.
And then I can hit Baron Blade with my 1 melee and my 1 cold. I've drawn a search card.
It's that environment card we just got there.
So the goalie is a soccer goalie, right? Or football goalie, not a hockey goalie. Except for this variant.
Depends on the variant.
I mean, this one's on ice, so it has to be hockey. I can't think of any other ice sports with it.
Yeah.
Broomball. I used to play broomball, which is basically hockey with sticks, like with little weird sticks and a ball. So.
You guys didn't warn me you were gonna start talking about sports.
I mean, we've got the goalie. Of course we're gonna.
Yo, sports ball, get the thing to the thing.
Score more points than the other team within the allotted time.
You know,
You can't
someone's.
even say that because some games are score less points than the other team. Darn you,
I
golf.
know.
Someo's gonna make
That's
a
why I go
mod
with
that's
the
just all
generic
sports.
Oh,
That's
God.
why I go with the generic go sports ball. Get the ball to the thing.
Mm.
I'm ready for
What
the
if
sports
there's no
ball mod.
ball?
Then it's not sports ball, it's just sports.
Okay.
All right, Baron Blade was Baron boring and just blocked. So.
Again,
Yeah.
do you want to show risky reporting on the environment?
Oh
What
yeah,
that
sure.
covers?
Risky reporting. It's a peril. When this card enters play, destroy all scoop cards in play. There were none. When the villain target with the highest HP deals damage to the hero target with the highest HP, redirect it to Clara Cloverfield. So, not a big problem right now, but that will be a thing on the flip side of Baron Blade, I think.
So I've
In
got
general,
And it's
if-
5 damage, so it's quite a bit on the other side.
my destroy ongoing or environment card. So I could destroy either risky reporting or living force field. I'm leaning towards the force field.
Yeah.
Just because.
I have my ongoing or environment kill also, so I'll get risky reporting. You get the force field, and then do a bunch of damage.
Sure.
I'm okay to
Um,
live dangerously.
I can't promise a ton of damage, but
Yeah, but everybody in between.
yep. So Scorch the Earth, I deal some damage and destroy living force field. I can
Someone in chat mentioned Sentinels of the Multiverse, and my thought is, okay, so clearly they haven't mentioned on Laird's page, so we have a sports universe somewhere that we can
Oh
take
yeah,
advantage of, right?
Sportsverse.
Okay.
Sportinals of the
Sports-
multi-ball, I think we need to call it. And it can also be pinball.
There
Oh,
is a
well, now you're
pinball.
getting into score motor territory.
I was just gonna say there is a
Someone's
custom
working on
pinball
that.
here. Okay. So
Oh man, a Sentinels of the Multiverse pinball table? That would be really cool, actually.
Be very cool.
that would be cool.
Like-
Especially if you design it to have like the missions and things that you have to do to like
Oh
get extra
man,
points or
an
whatever.
Oblivion pinball table. Okay, I'm now super
Oh.
into it.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
have
have to
9
have like
hours to play
5 hands
pinball.
to play it.
Yeah, the pinball machine flips over 3 different times. 4 times if you get Voss.
So
You
it
have
be
to
one of
keep
those weird-
switching between 2 arcades. To,
I feel like, no, you have like a weird revolving setup where it flips into the ceiling and rotates or something. You just have to be careful not to stand near it when it does that.
Oh yeah, exactly. When the red light is flashing, do not approach within 8 feet of the pinball machine. All right, sorry, we're just talking and Escarlata is choosing a card to play.
yeah. So I played Scorch the Earth, blew up the thing. I discarded a card so I can play a card. Heat Modulator is good setup, but Suit Up may find me more valuable setup. I think I'll save that for later and just play Heat Modulator for now.
Was that is that Wraith? That's not Wraith in the background. It's just that in the tiny version it looked a bit like it.
Oh, no, that's possibly my 4th hero when I get around to her.
Cool. Spoilers.
I have a lot of art to draw before that.
Brains are definitely a concern for a lot of people.
Yeah, the art's great. Lots of little sneaky bits in there. It's fun.
Mhm. Okay, so I'm being asked if I want to destroy this. I do not because I got my glyph up. That's going to prevent my damage,
Mhm.
so I get away scot-free.
Hi,
All right.
Scott.
So I definitely want to play Mark of Breaking this turn, but I can play that with my power. Mark of Breaking essentially increases damage to a target, so we can just play it on Blade, and we all get a +1, which is very useful against a single villain target like Baron Blade.
It's a by any means, by any other name.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking if I want to get some extra cards, probably that's the way to go, and then we can have more flexibility. Since we have so much health, I'm just going to draw 4 cards and go from there. So I want to draw a card. We got a fun little counter telling me how many cards I've already drawn.
Yep.
I like that.
I think they had to do that with the naturalists thing as well, which is where there was an entire system for draw cards one at a time.
Yeah, that's like you can provide extra info or something to the decision, and it will show that.
And yes, it's instances of damage, so just watch out for any plus damage things.
Yeah.
On the bright side, if you got a minus damage thing, you're golden.
Logic Dolphin has entered the chat. I have a question for Rhyme29. How many decks are in the Cauldron mod?
There are 54 decks in the Cauldron mod.
54?
I believe the number is 22 heroes, 17 villains, and do the math for environments.
I think Cauldron originally came
15.
out in expansion sets the same way that the base game came out in expansion sets, so yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, the Cauldron is half the mod decks that exist.
Yeah,
now.
there's a little over 100, so yeah, it's essentially, it might be exactly half or very close to it.
As of the other day, if you exclude sample mod, it was exactly half. I did a count that I posted on the Discord.
Nice.
You can't exclude sample mod. That's my favorite mod.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've got Baron Jeremy, you've got Migrant Coder.
I've actually played Centris Skyscraper in a game. I didn't start with her, but I used Tsukiko's box that switches for your variants, and I just decided to go with it for Skyscraper. So,
Okay.
So,
How did that go?
I mean, the game, I don't actually remember how it went as a whole. I do not recall Centris Skyscraper being a powerhouse, but it was playable.
Yeah.
I'm going to be putting Climbing Harness into play, which increases my damage some more. And then I'm going to do some damage.
I think for most of those samples, I just took like the regular power and changed the number, right? So they're not super different. Either slightly buffed or debuffed. Though most of them started out with like do nothing as their power, which isn't the best power.
That was the simplest version.
I like the one that's do power and then you can eat cake.
Yes. Do you want to eat cake? Yes, no. Let them eat cake. All right, it's my turn. I have to do a thing. Shoot Baron Blade, probably.
I mean, you have guns and you have a Baron Blade. What else are you going to do?
It's true.
You could interrogate this rabbit.
I kind of want to interrogate the rabbit. Mr. Floppers. I'm going to play it. It doesn't really do anything, but I don't really have anything else to do. I mean, I guess I could do more damage with the Derringer than my other power, but that's fine.
Be careful. Baron Blade's deciding all of your tech explodes.
I'm just going to play more guns. How about that?
Can't have too many guns.
Hopefully I have an unload type of card. I'm not sure. Is that
the closest
I got a
thing
trick
she has
shot.
to-
Sorry.
She's got a card that lets you sacrifice your play phase for an extra power.
Ah. The opposite of misinformation.
It's information.
Just
Oh, right.
information.
And Pistol Whip. Rob's in the chat. You just...
Oh, okay.
reminded me.
Pistol Whip. Yeah, use a power on a handgun card as a one-shot.
Mhm.
And Marshall is... Yeah, right. Marshall lets you just sort of do that, decide at the start of your turn. Cool.
Yep.
So, move the goalposts. Immediately gets my goalposts from deck of trash.
Are there
This
multiple
is-
goalposts, or is just the one card?
It's just the one. It's like the Shadow Cloak. It
Right.
used to be more complicated, and now it's not.
Cool.
Reduce
seals it.
damage to the goalie
It's
by
not very
1.
wasting.
Increase non-melee damage dealt by the goalie by 1. And at the end of your turn, she regains a hit point.
That seems handy, much like the Shadow Cloak.
Yeah. And then I can destroy this.
Not to.
Bobber's got a question for you, Bart. How will you know you're done if you keep moving the goalposts?
When the villain is down. And I will choose draw a card. We're not in a hurry here.
Yeah.
And now I have goalposts out. So my non-melee damage is boosted. I didn't have to get them from the trash, so I still do both hits.
Is there a goalie named Cronwall that... I only think of Nicholas Cronwall when I see that power, who's a defenseman. Or is it about Nicholas Cronwall?
I think it's about Nicholas Cronwall. Cronwall is... Well,
I guess
don't
he could...
know sports. I
Okay.
looked up sports jargon too.
I'm sure he would have
name
saved a
this.
goal sometimes and stuff like that as a defenseman.
No,
Oh, no.
no. Cronwall is slang for getting absolutely slammed into the wall.
Like a okay.
by getting
a body
too
check.
aggressive.
right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna pop back to what the environment did. We have a hostage holding henchman. When this card enters play, destroy all scoop cards. Environment cards may not be played. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals Claire Cloverfield 3 melee damage. That seems like a perfect candidate for a bunny to go after. Or we could just kill it. We could also just kill it.
We could just kill it.
Yeah.
Uh,
If she goes
I'm
down.
happy to
crave
take this damage, or you have DRs if you want to take the damage.
Yeah, I have the DR.
And you have healing, so it's basically 3 damage to you.
Thing is,
Okay.
you're just getting body checked by an entire battalion. That seems like normal hockey behavior.
Yeah. The goalie is what I like to think of as an aggressive tank. She likes to get hit so that she can do things.
So like a barbarian. A little
Okay.
bit.
I think I'm going to take one more turn of setup before I go absolutely nuts.
Right.
So I will cool off, reducing my fire damage this turn to draw an extra card. Playing Suit Up. Sorry?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm playing Suit Up, which lets me dig for an ongoing or equipment card. It can normally go either into play or into my hand, but I found another heat modulator. But it also has Passion Text, discard a card to play a card, so I'm going to discard that spare heat modulator and play Scarlet Flames. And this is one of her craziest cards.
Especially when you have damage boosts.
Oh, yeah.
So Escarlata and Ra kind of have a good team up, potentially.
Yes.
Are we sure we have enough characters now that could definitely go full fire?
Okay. Drawing a bunch of cards.
So you're probably...
All right. So I got my runes. I don't think I want to get rid of any of them, so I'm just gonna say no, and then prevent my damage along the way. So one thing I think I want to do this turn is I want to put Mark of Binding, the one that reduces damage by 1, on Clara Coverfield, just in case things get bad. We'll have a safety net of more -1 on her.
Buy or 2?
Yeah, it is by. Does she hit herself, Nicholas, generally, or?
Oh,
No,
that is sorry. That
she
is
does
fine,
not
you're
hit
right.
herself.
Do I
At
have
least
a-
not a
Yeah,
You're
not
right.
unless something else happens, but not in the environment deck itself.
Yeah, you're right. That is not what I wanted to do. Good call on that. Okay.
Oh, you could put the Mark of the Bloodthorn on her, so she hits back. She can be a real hero.
That would be fun. I like that.
I like that. That's
Let's-
telling a
let's-
good story.
Let's empower the reporter.
Yep. Good.
Um,
I hope someone's able to heal her though.
and then I want to do a Mark of the Quickening. Who wants to play extra cards in their play phase?
Gosh,
Yeah.
who doesn't?
Not me. I think Escarlata is like ready to go with one shots that do
Please,
fire
does
damage.
Esmeralda have
That is actually true. Normally, I burn through my hand and just play a bunch of cards on my own, but I don't have any more play a card passions. So
Would you like it? Yes.
it might be kind of a waste on me because I'm gonna get rid of
Yeah.
a lot of my hand, but I'll take it if nobody else wants it.
Takewalker asks, what's the rune that lets you redirect damage to a hero target to another hero target that could work on Clara? I think that's the one. Let me see.
Mark of the Fated.
Yeah, Mark of the Fated does that. So if I had Mark of the Fated, that would be a good option here. Yeah,
Well,
but
why not
unfortunately
both?
we do not. We don't have it yet. But yeah, so now I am playing Mark of the Quickening, and I'm going to give it to Escarlata. And then we're going to, I'm just going to hit, I'm going to hit the henchman. Ping him for 1. All you, Trailblazer.
Okay, I do not want to play Vantage Point because it would replace my current position, and I prefer my current position. I likewise do not want to play Tactical Withdrawal because that would destroy my position. I'm therefore left with Wasteland Wanderer, which means that after an environment card is destroyed, I can move it under this card, and eventually I can do damage based on that. It's kind of like Savage Mana in that. I am then going to play Striking Zone's Power, which deals all non-hero targets 1 projectile damage.
Lots of boosts. Oh yeah, you're doing. It's actually 4.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
A lot of damage.
Oh, it was right. The first one was 4. Right.
And this one should be full. Yeah.
So yeah, is that you? Does it have to be you who kills the? It's just after any. Okay,
anyone.
just anyone doing it. So I can finish off the henchman pretty easily.
Yeah, Ben will do that nicely.
Ooh,
First
trick shot's kind of fun here.
Yeah, and if you play it with a power, then you get extra benefits.
Right. But it's not.
Draw yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's one. Maybe use it for myself. Does anyone want equipment spec from their trash? Because I could play evidence storage.
I've got one that I could use for discard fodder. I'm not sure anyone else has.
Oh, double click on the card.
Oh, right, of course.
Oh right,
Show them
just
special
Escarlata.
strings that we worked on.
Special strings. So yeah, it's just just spicy pepper neat modulator. So I'll probably still save that unless you really need them.
That would also let you pull out the revolver or.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I get to tutor in
badge.
equipment, so.
Okay. Well, take this spicy pepper.
Yeah.
That was being stored in evidence.
Right. So.
We don't know what
I
you
also
want
have
it
a
for.
badge. That's more card
Yes.
draws. That's fun.
And more damage.
We don't know why you would want this pepper that's been sitting in an evidence locker, and for legal reasons, we're not allowed to ask.
Hey, peppers store very well if they're dried. That's why chili peppers are a thing.
Today I learned.
And they get spicier. Well, I guess it's the same amount of spice, just condensed. So I have so many
Yes,
card
but-
draws now.
I'd say that still counts as getting spicier.
Looks like you need some more card draw. So
Well, I think this is just between Wasteland and Division 6, so choose for me is okay here.
Oh, right. It's a vote.
do it. Hold that hostage taker hostage.
Yeah, these are the tricky things of multiplayer is what's getting voted on and stuff like that, which as the mod maker you have to like provide the decision makers and so on, which can be tricky sometimes. The game tries to handle a lot of it, but it can't do everything.
Especially when
this one
people
is
are on
not a vote.
trial.
Yeah, actually,
Hey, there it is.
that wasn't a vote.
There's your extra
Yeah.
power.
Hey! And
Still have more shooting.
yeah, more shooting. And does anyone else want a card draw, or I will because I'm low?
Yeah, I think you still need the card draw.
Yeah.
I have so many twin
Well-
pistols. I have actually 3 twin pistols. I have 6
You have-
pistols.
6 pistols and a pistol.
Okay. So if
A
you have
tiny
6 pistols,
pistol.
you just need a revolver that fires pistols.
Yeah. I have a magic spell that shoots tiny versions of me from my feet. Do I want to destroy this? Oh, I see. I'm going to say no. Because I want my card
That's a good
draws.
plan.
Unless, maybe I'll say yes on Tesla Coil's turn. So,
It's entirely possible.
If you do that, you guys might not get a chance to attack the reverse side.
yeah.
It's a good deal of the game moving up, so it's not surprising for a character like this.
There's exactly 2 targets I want to deal with, so get all my goalie gloves. Deal with them.
So, Bart, if you don't know about sports, what compelled you to make a sports-based hero?
The RPG was a very new thing, and I was like, okay, what's an example of a power concept that would work on a role-playing game map, but just would not work in the Sentinels card game? And I went through like one of those random superpower generators and got like, oh, you have super speed as long as you stay within this particular area. And I was like, that's interesting.
Mm.
What would you call that hero? And I came up with the goalie. Somebody who has special powers as long as they're in their particular spot.
Yeah, and they totally do, right? With the rules of sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool concept.
And then, as you may have inferred, somebody challenged me to make...
This is impossible to go to the card game. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I did it several times, and I was dissatisfied every time, and this is the least dissatisfying one.
Sounds about right for character design. I've been pretty similar for trying to figure out how would I redo something or another.
Oh no, Baron Blade's hitting
Retaliation.
Clara.
Ooh.
And Clara's hitting back.
Look
Oh,
at
yeah, she
Clara
is.
standing up for herself.
Oh, can we set it up so that Clara beats Baron Blade? That would be amazing.
Always risky to try to do those, but you probably have something that can enable it this game.
All right, this is a yes, right? Like you're doing how many instances of damage on your turn with an extra card play?
Yeah, let's see.
Many.
Let's see if we can just burn him down this turn.
Unfortunately, the first of those instances is to myself.
Yeah, you'll
But
be
it's-
fine. You
Yeah,
got a spicy
it's
chili
fine.
pepper keeping you going.
Okay, and now I'm gonna skip the rest of my turn.
Oh, right. We have an environment turn. Skip your turn to destroy this card. At the start of the... Oh, God. So someone does
one
have
of
to
us
say yes
has
unless...
one of us has to skip or destroy that.
Right.
Yeah, do we have environment or ongoing destruction? Oh,
I mean,
we do.
I have
I
the
go
marker
first.
destruction, so if we need to, I can play marker destruction on it, and then someone can just destroy that, and it would destroy it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming that you don't manage to just burn Blair and Blade down completely.
Yeah, I think
Which is
we might win
not
this
impossible.
turn.
I was joking about that. I don't think that's going down.
It might be possible with everyone here, especially with the mark of breaking still on Baron Blade.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if I get really lucky and pull some what's the right passions? No? Yes.
That seems like a good one.
Yep. So suit up, can't be played. But by discarding it, I use the passion text, which triggers Scarlet Flames, which does a kind of absurd amount of damage. And now I will kick Baron Blade in the face.
On fire.
Yes.
On fire.
Um,
See, it's fine. Everything is fine.
you do more damage from the passion trigger. and then burning heals damage.
Baronblade is
And,
like, who are you and why am I on fire?
Everything's on fire. Wait, where's Raw? Raw's not here. What's going on?
Who are you and why am I on fire? Two perfect questions to ask.
Oh, your turn ended. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You only hit Baronblade
Right,
for
it's
like 30
probably
damage,
manageable.
so.
I did my best. I'm sorry, I couldn't do more.
Feels like the Adhesifist met Ra, as described on the
I
letters
don't
page.
think we need to skip my turn. I'm gonna say no to that one.
Yeah, I mean, we can pass that on to Bart in the end, can't we?
If Bart can't take out Baron, I feel
Um,
like there's enough damage that it's fine.
I'm gonna play Mark of Destruction next to the thing that's gonna kill us if we don't deal with it. Basically, by destroying Mark of Destruction, it will destroy that card, which is nice and convenient. And so with that being said, let's just make it so that Baron Blade takes a extra one.
I don't see how this could possibly turn out poorly for him.
Well, we shouldn't have tried to take over this reporter's city.
No.
I'm also not skipping my turn. If I play Worn Binoculars, I can use 2 powers, so I'm going to do that.
Seems convenient.
I'm going to start by using the Trailblazer base power, which does 1 target projectile damage. So which becomes 6 against
1
Red Blade with
damage.
everything going on.
Oh my god.
Shades of Chrono Ranger.
And then I'm going to use Break Zone.
Oh man, if that was Strike Zone, we've got another sports hero. The baseball pitcher. Oh, you're giving me the chance for the coup de grace. I'll take it. Pistol whip?
So what?
Yeah.
Pistol whip.
Oh, it's
What
like
you could
she's...
do, if
But
you hit
Which,
Clara,
is
Clara
Mortal
will do.
Bloodthorn specifically for non-hero targets? I don't
It is
remember.
not. It is not. It is any target.
Oh, yes.
So I'm thinking.
I'm pistol whipping Clara so that she hits very... Yep.
Yep.
That's what
the
happened.
principle of the thing. Get it
That's how it
together,
works.
Clara.
Get it together.
Well, I mean, you see the art on Pistol Whip, it's a flesh child. So
Yeah.
you took out the flesh child that was holding her hostage.
Rob's gonna have to tell us if that's in character for Charlie or for Tucker.
I mean, he did say, Tucker, do something, Clara.
And I'm happy to hop out, Rodin, if you want to jump in.
Fine. You can swap out in. I think you had a villain that was the thought.
Yeah, so, are you dropping it, Nicholas, or?
I could also jump out.
Yeah,
you guys can play against. Yeah, you guys can play against my villain, and I can sit this one out.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to laugh maniacally whenever your villain does damage, though.
So I'm going to leave. And
All right, so same room for Ridgewen to join.
Yeah, it's still showing in the Discord, so I think you can just join via that.
Yep.
Connecting.
Technically, it's still showing on the stream, so.
There you go.
All right.
For some
Sometimes
reason, I didn't
this
have
can be-
KF's gallery, but that should be a very quick download, so should be fine.
Oh, sure.
Just the version change or something.
Yeah.
we can always start a new game if something gets hitched up, which can happen because Sentinels is a well-programmed game, as I'm told.
Mhm.
Turns out internet stuff is hard, yo.
Yep.
How much it would be if you had to do everything just with timing concerns as opposed to everything is turn-based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, that game went very smoothly. I didn't see any problems, bugs, or anything. So good job, everyone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even Baron Blade. All right, so we're going to play Loot Case or a variant of something. What do you think, Nicholas?
I've never tried Loot Case. I'm intrigued.
Loot Case will show off obviously a whole deck of cards. If you go with the variants, then the cards they play would not be new.
Right. Yeah, we can go with Loot Case. You can explain everything to us either right now or after we choose our heroes. If it's right now, we might have an easier time. If it's after, then we are at your mercy.
So Loot Case basically is a villain who will bring out a lot of targets which represent the things he is stealing, and he is trying to steal $3.5 million worth of targets, basically. You need to take down the targets before he gets that many out. He is a fairly defensive character, and you should definitely have the ability to destroy ongoings. He has got some ongoings that are quite troublesome.
Do his targets have like hundreds of thousands of hit points?
I believe the one that has the most has 9.
Okay. Because if that was the dollars, was the hit points, that would be something.
Yes, whenever this takes damage, multiply it by 1,000 or so.
If you want to break the
Some games
rendering
do
of
that
the
just so
game.
you have big numbers, right?
Yeah, we had to do some special stuff to make 10,000, so I don't know about million. Cool.
I had to actually add something to the code to make commas in the millions, which is actually I asked Margaret how to do that way back when, and he pointed me at a resource.
Yes, I think string format has a way to do that, and I think it's even culturally sensitive. So if I was in Europe, this would probably have dots. If you use, depending on the options you sent to it, which can turn into weird problems, other than weird bugs that you can't expect. Sorry, go ahead.
Do we want to keep playing heroes from our own stuff, or shuffle around, or just pick who you want?
I would say weapons free, so feel free to choose from your own or not. So
Okay.
we can pick an environment from a mod, whether Bart KF has environments or the Cauldron or Spooky Ghost Rider.
And I think
Yes, I mean,
Tesla also has one.
yep.
Let's go to the circus. That seems fun. What could go wrong?
I like
I'm
how
not
much
sure.
this background always makes me think Dr. Wrath Capital, and I get nervous.
It's like Madame
It's 'cause of the
Mittermeier's
color.
at Dr. Wrath.
I mean, you can't prove it hasn't been on different planets, right?
I can.
I mean,
actually.
from the recent letters page, there's an entire planet that is Madame Mittermeier's in the Extremiverse, right?
What? I
Yeah.
didn't hear about that.
What's the planet, Orbo or whatever? The planet from Enclave is Madame Mittermeier's also. And it has a ring around it, which is made of pouches.
I still need to. I'm so far behind on letters page.
Yeah, I mean, the recent Extremiverse episode is hilarious. Like, they just go into all sorts of foolishness, and it's great. And they do the voices and sound effects. So, recommend. I'm going to play one of... I know Ridgewan is here to play, but I'm going to play one of Ridgewan's variants, which I haven't played. So, maybe Legacy? I don't know what they do.
He has one of the simplest variants. A little weak, but works because it's Legacy. You really don't need to give Legacy more power.
Yeah, I'll do it. It's like Legacy's, and with the placeholder art, it's like Felicia's long lost sister or something. So
Basically, just tried to keep any terming ambiguous because I have no idea how the placeholder art is going to actually show characters.
yeah, it's actually like behind the scenes. What it does is it like takes the identifier of your card and uses and like gets the hash of that and puts it as the seed to the RNG, and then like decides one based on that and the colors as well. So you can like play with your identifier to try to find one that you like, I guess. I mean, obviously at some point I think we had mentioned we might want to like let you choose the placeholder with a definition property or something, but maybe sometime.
I don't think I finished putting in the entry text for all of the characters, so I don't actually know whether or not there's going to be something there, and I imagine people will want to show off those.
Well, maybe it will say FPO. I can change the order so Terminus can say something suitably gritty and dark.
I haven't played Spellforce.
And train related.
Train, yeah. Does Terminus have special flavor text for Freight Train?
You really should.
It probably should. I can try to get that in the future. That seems like a prime opportunity.
Bug report.
Yeah.
No train pun off. Needs fixing now.
Well, the trick is that it would have to play off whatever Freight Train says by default,
Yeah. It is
because
possible.
Freight Train will never recognize Terminus.
Freight Train definitely says something train related by default, so I think
Yeah.
that's safe.
I think that they intentionally on Letters page just said yes, train puns everywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. If every mod maker, just as a personal request, could have a train pun in response to Freight Train, that would make my day.
Okay. I'll get right up.
I had to.
100 and something. 100 and something train puns.
Oh
Terminus.
no, Terminus is the one who's not saying anything.
Oh
Bug
no!
reports.
It must be the variant
mod?
doesn't have any text.
What?
Yeah.
I will look at that.
That's very strange.
Yeah, they all should have it. I've never seen that.
Well, Loot Case says
Because
just
of the
one big
variant.
score, and then I'm out for real this time. It could be there's an error, but there you go.
Just be because it is playing against an unknown variant or something.
Yeah, it should
But then it should
still
just use
choose the default though. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Could be my bug, could be your bug. That's it's unknown.
Wait, he stole
All right, Loot Case is stealing
a
things.
random card from each of our hands.
Yeah, once we get to a hero turn, let's get Nicholas to explain what happened.
Okay.
Yoink.
So what I was seeing on the was a little behind. So Yoink is an ongoing card. You are going to want to destroy it because its effect is that at the end of the villain turn, it will take one card randomly from each of your hands, and they go under Yoink. And as they build up, that increases the amount of loot that Loot Case has. If you destroy Yoink, those all go back to your trashes.
And right now it's worth 250 Gs.
Yep, it's got one card from each of you, 5 cards total.
Right, and he had played Return Visit, which I guess didn't
Return
do...
Visit is harmless at this point because it destroys ongoings, none of which
Right.
you have, and it retrieves base cards from the trash, which were not in there. So it's a good first turn card for you guys.
So Yoink... Oh, Yoink just got played because he plays 2 cards. Right,
Yes, he also plays a card at the end of the villain turn.
right. And...
Okay.
We flip him right if he gets to more than $15 million.
One,
$1.5 million.
$1.5
Flip his card and right. So
Yeah,
we
so
can
on the
still
front
He
win.
ignores the first damage every turn.
We
Yeah,
can
the
still
front
win
side
on the front
ignores the
side, right?
first-
Right, but it's
yes,
hard.
you can absolutely win on either side. It's not one of the ones where you have to flip him to win.
Okay, but it's easier to hit him on the other side, obviously, because he doesn't have that DR.
Yes.
Or the prevention.
Oh, and he can't win on the front side. I see, but that makes sense, I guess.
Flip first and then steal
Yeah.
more
Well,
stuff.
he can kill us.
Technically, on the front side, if he gets to $3.5 million, I believe he will simultaneously flip and then win.
Right,
So-
right, right.
But that's your own fault at that stage.
Speaking of those placeholder arts, I think this one fits Loot Case very well.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It certainly works better here than it does for my villain. Where dude's
He's
supposed
like-
to be like,
Oh yeah.
Just need to figure out what to do.
okay. So this is Terminus. She's from the Cauldron. She's my favorite because she rides a ghost train to the afterlife and takes ghosts where they're supposed to be. She has a wrath pool.
That's right.
And her power in this variant is remove X tokens up to 2. Heal one target X plus 1 cold damage, regain X plus 1 HP. So it's 1 damage and 1 hit point if you don't have any tokens, and more if you do. I'm gonna
Yeah, I often
go
find
ahead
when
and
I'm-
play cards.
When I'm playing her regular variant, I end up with this enormous wrath pool. So this variant seems like maybe better to use it. A better way to use it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of her effects are like the one on Immortal Coils, where do a thing, add 1 or remove 3 tokens. If you removed 3 tokens, do another thing. And
So around
Immortal Coils
my
is-
Sentinels table, we will always say, stun bolt that target. Like, we just use that shorthand all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with Return Fire, because this gets around that. It lets me draw a card and play another card.
A ghost. The train of Ghost, actually.
Yeah. Play the Immortal Coils, use that power, hit this guy, and get a token. And just like Setback, the code is there to tell you, hey, you don't actually have 3 tokens, so you can pick this option, but it won't do anything.
Right. To no effect. Thanks, Christopher, for letting us have to have that. Christopher's great, but sometimes some of the things are like a little awkward.
Yep. Basically, hear Christopher laughing maniacally whenever he's designing cards.
Yeah. I was just looking at what's under this. Yoink. So I've got Heroic Interception. Back Fifth Strike is just gonna do nothing unless I use my power, but also will do nothing. Yeah. I don't have a great turn.
No.
It might be skip, or play next evolution, because then you have it. Then you have it.
Yeah.
I think it's skip this turn for me.
We'll need some cards if we keep losing them.
Yep. Does anyone have ongoing destruction?
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Well,
Nope.
I'll try to dig for it and hope we get lucky.
So I'm playing Quicksilver. Quicksilver is all about doing these crazy combos where she'll play literal combo cards, and then there are finisher cards that, well, finish combos. Fairly self-explanatory.
She's
So
very
that-
good against Oblivion. I gave her the Oblivion shard and she just like
Oh,
tore
God.
through Oblivion with a combo.
At least
I
you
can
don't put
only
yourself to
imagine.
death.
We did get a question from Sparky Wolf in the chat asking what was on, I think, Terminus's shirt. It's the logo for something called the Ministry of Strategic Sciences, which is a fictional Cauldron, I think, British investigative group. Someone who knows more about Cauldron lore can correct me.
Yeah, the Cauldron actually has tons of lore that you can discover in the workshop section. So
They're kind of the X-Files.
Yeah. I think I'm going to play Iron Retort, which is going to let me draw a card and gain 2 HP, which doesn't do anything, but I'm trying to find more cards. And speaking of more cards, I can get more cards this way, by discarding a card and drawing 2 more with my power.
yeah, the shard is actually pretty dangerous on her because she does a lot of self-damage, but, you know, if you've got some
Yeah.
way to mitigate that, you're okay.
Right.
Or just
So-
avoid playing long combos.
Also
And-
valid.
I'm playing Charlie from Case Files. He's
yeah.
He's a shapeshifter detective. And unfortunately doesn't have any ongoing destruction in his hand. Possibly not in his deck. So,
Just scan the icons. I don't see
Yeah.
that icon.
We're still in the first turn, so it's probably a good idea to read through.
oh, sorry, read through the.
Oh yeah, I was
Sorry?
just looking at the deck to look at the icons. I don't see any destroy ongoing icon.
Me either.
Well, sometimes a card does too many things. but
That's
for
true.
the icon.
That.
Yeah, and I mean we have that in the core game too, and it's like decide which icons are the most important usually, and
Yep.
feature those.
So I'll play Wrap Around the Edges, which gives me retaliation damage. My power is gonna draw me a card, and I can play it because it's an ongoing. I don't know if I want to do that yet.
Ooh, we could
So-
combo that with heroic interception next round if you want,
Oh, sure.
because that
I'll
makes
play
the
that.
whole team immune to damage. So,
Assuming that nothing gets stolen, we do have to.
oh
have
right,
The assumption that nothing gets stolen.
does
Yeah.
Probably
Yoink
still
takes a
worth doing.
random card, right? So yeah.
So I could put this on you now to ensure that it doesn't get stolen. But
That's true,
if
as long
heroic
as you're-
interception,
Yeah. As long as you're okay, like taking, or like, with maybe heroic interception might not happen.
Yeah.
right. So this one can also give out a free play and power if 4 or more damage is redirected. So someone with really strong player power.
I feel like at the moment that's probably Quicksilver.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll actually just put this on Quicksilver then.
And actually, you can redirect the damage that Quicksilver would do to herself with
Mm-hmm.
combos, right? To activate it.
So we'll see how it goes.
I was
So
also
I'm
going to
trying
say
spell.
that Legacy wants to say that he has ongoing destruction. His ongoing destruction is defeat the villain, and their ongoings will be gone.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
The strongest removal is deck removal.
Yep. I am playing Spellforge, whose entire thing is playing essences, which are effectively the core of damaging spells, and then attaching prefixes and suffixes to modify them in some way. I have Articulate the Logical, which basically lets you get 2 of essence, prefix, or suffix, and then play a card. And then I have Control, which is a prefix that can reduce damage to heroes when playing AoEs, and otherwise just let someone play a card. And I have of Healing, which is a modifier that makes hero targets heal when they're damaged by the core, and otherwise let Spellforge heal and draw a card. Unfortunately, I think right now, with Loot Case on the current side, there is no real way for me to do damage, and I don't think that we have any way to deal with Yoink, so I'm just going to gamble on trying to draw something appropriate for Yoink and getting some more cards.
Riju and I have a bug report. These cards have icons that say they destroy ongoings and environments, but they don't do that.
Yeah, I need to fix that.
I've filed that bug.
I got really excited when I saw that card.
One sec. So, searching for suffixes, because that's the best way. There we go.
Oh,
Oh, that
we
one
got
can
one
just,
that
that
actually
one
does the thing.
can do the thing.
it doesn't
it's
have
not
the
marked.
icon.
Yeah, I need to fix that for sure. But
It's okay,
Well,
you've got plenty of time until
Oh,
mods are.
That one
released.
does not have the icon. So it's this hero is pretty cool. I like the combining things. It feels like some other game that I can't think of, which is a
I
compliment.
think there are a number of games which use interesting mechanics, and this was my attempt at making one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Cards. Well, I'm going to be short on essences, so I'm probably just playing support, which is fine at the moment. Did I just draw all of them in one turn?
You did, in
I
fact.
think I did.
You
Well,
got
we
a
have
big.
ongoing destruction now.
Hopefully you don't have to discard your hand or something. Oh, a lot is happening here.
Yes.
That seemed really complicated, but the villain's going now, so hang on.
Sorry. Where are you in the?
Yeah, I'm just... Loot Case is playing some end of turn stuff, and we'll probably get to a vote. Oh no, it's just destroying Emerald Coils, some damage. Alright, now we get a Charlie's deciding, so we can look at the environment now. The Dance of
Yes.
Daggers. What do we got, Testicle?
So Elysia Circus has 2 kinds of cards. There are contests and shows. When you complete a contest, it goes face down in your play area as a ticket, which you can then spend on shows. Each of the shows has a good effect if you spent a ticket, and a bad effect if you don't. Since we didn't get a chance to do a contest before a show came up, this is going to do its bad effect, which is the villain stealing Stiletto's weaponry and hitting us all with daggers for 2 irreducible projectiles.
All right, and then it will go away, so it's not like every round that's
Yes.
happening, so at least that's not so bad. And loot case played a couple of cases. Family heirlooms, which destroyed an equipment card just now.
3 of them.
Well, there was only one to
There
destroy,
was only
I think.
one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And beloved childhood memento, which is apparently an evil robot.
Hey, don't. That seems like a perfectly normal childhood toy for a lot of people.
I mean, yeah. And then
I love the flavor text on this.
It's good.
Oh yeah. That would work for Charlie too, right? With the bunny from the last game.
Ooh.
The hero with the lowest HP deals himself 5 psychic damage. I think that happened, and now because of red herring, we have a decision to decide.
Not destroy it.
Or Tucker, sorry, not Charlie. Tucker had the bunny, not Charlie.
Oh, I see what happened.
Oh crap.
Yeah, so unfortunately Quicksilver ended up damaging Charlie, and Charlie's rough around the edges is going to deal her some damage.
Right, except that's gonna go back to Charlie unless you destroy red herring first. So the order does really matter here.
Yeah.
True. So let's do red herring first.
Okay, yeah, split up the damage.
Okay, so now I get to play a card or use a power.
I think you get to do,
You get to do both in any
You
order.
get both?
Yeah.
Well, I should probably draw cards first. That seems like the thing to do.
Yep.
Okay. I don't need an extra card draw. I'm drawing enough.
The jaunty music makes me think that everything is gonna be fine. So.
Oh, good.
Hopefully.
Okay. So
I had a
I'm
fun time going
thinking.
through circus music.
So what I kind of want to do is, if we're able to keep heroic interception around, then I can super combo off and not have to face the repercussions.
I could play heroic interception on my turn. That's fine.
Yeah, we're not losing cards anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, great. So then I guess I'll just grab more combos and finishers from the deck.
Yeah.
Just to get ready for that turn. I do not yet. Do I want to destroy this to play a card? Sure, I'll do more liquid metal. Let's get more cards.
Super combo.
It's going to be quite a thing.
And I will probably play bolster allies with my power. So even more.
Great.
Alright, so I bring out Jailbreaker, which immediately gives me 3 tokens. And then I can use this power to shoot a bunch of things.
Any number of other targets.
Yeah, a phrase which weirdly does not appear in Greater Than Game Sentinels.
I'm curious how you coded that. Did you just make it choose up to like 9,000 targets or something?
I think it's just a while loop. Is like, hey, do you want to target another thing? And there's a skip option. And then when there's no more targets, there's no more targets, or you selected skip. I would have to look to be sure, but I think that's what it is.
That makes sense.
There's definitely ways to do something like that. I think in general, just they either choose all targets or just arbitrarily large number of targets for Greater Than Game stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ra might be the most with 5 for one of his cards.
Right.
All right. I heroically intercept, as Legacy is wont to do, and I bolster my allies, as Legacy is also wont to do.
Playing into your archetype here.
Yep.
Combo chain.
Play it against Sam.
That was the goal for this Legacy, is to let him play some of the cards that he normally doesn't because of having so many good support cards that you don't punch that often.
Yeah, his ongoings are very good, right? So you have to want to play them.
Right.
And then, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that I have a shit ton of combo cards and some good finishers as well. So I think I'm probably just going to play everything. Let me just see if there's a best order.
Are we allowed to swear?
To if a swear happens, it's okay. Just don't be Like, don't.
Yeah.
Not
Don't be
all the
sailors.
time.
Got it.
That's that's
Okay.
kind of the vibe.
Sounds good. So got hitting all non-hero targets, hitting one target, and hitting one target. Okay, so let's start with the things that hit everyone.
Yeah, that uses up his DR. That's good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that card
And
with
then
the shard is very good.
We're going to hit myself. Oh, no hitting
Whoops.
myself? What do you
Hero
mean?
interception.
Are we winning
Uh,
this turn?
I don't
I'm not
know
pulling
if
it
that's
out
happening.
if you have that many instances of damage.
If we had plus
we
one
want
or
to
two.
hit
Lightning Shark.
Do we just want to hit Lucas, or do you want me to kill these other
I
things?
want my heirlooms back.
Yeah, we should take out the cases.
Okay. I will do the 2 irreducible to kill that.
I guess it's mostly a question of whether or not Charlie has damage, because I don't think I do.
I have a little tiny bit of damage.
Yeah, I have a little bit, but not enough to really justify using.
Okay, then I will kill all the loot cases in this turn. So I will hit this for 3, and then I will do
It's around quick.
more combos, and I will go over to here to my Whispering Steels, and let's kill each of the loot cases with a Whispering Steel.
See,
We're
normally
saving
this
Mr.
would
Bunny,
hurt a
don't
whole
worry,
bunch.
Bobber.
And so I have one more combo. And that's gonna get loot case, and then you get to choose what finisher I'm gonna use. I'm probably gonna just do the one that's gonna be able to deal.
Not that
Yeah.
one. The other
6
one.
damage.
Wow.
Good turn. I mean,
Good
that's just
turn.
your play phase. But yeah.
Yeah.
Power
I'm gonna
phases just draw more cards, I think.
get more.
Ah, stress hardening.
Mm.
This is where Quicksilver starts popping off.
Yeah, that
Yes.
+1 would have been out
That would
probably
have been
6
good.
more damage or something.
Yeah. Okay. So Charlie has a very fun card called Play It Again, Sam, which lets me play a one-shot from someone's trash. And
It's a guy's card.
It is very much a guy's card.
It's the only Guys card that Guys doesn't have.
No, there are others in Cauldron.
Mhm.
Well,
Particularly
yeah,
in
but
Mara's
they're the
deck.
same one. Is like
Mhm.
Guys can copy your ongoings. Guys can steal your equipment. Guys can use your base power. The only thing Guys doesn't steal is one shots. So naturally, custom heroes were like,
Yeah.
what if we could steal one shots?
What if
Yep.
we had to program that also?
And then custom programmers were like, oh lord, what did we do?
And then you find out what happened when we programmed guys, which was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out it was a lot.
There are some
So-
crazy things done.
I think instead of that, I'm going to play Element of Surprise.
Bobber
Basically,
says that he cried. What happens if you play that on guys to copy, like guys is copying cards? I'm
There-
sure you.
Rob's the case files mod page has a screenshot of, I believe it's Charlie using that card to copy Mara's card to copy Guys's card. And
It all
it's
works. Well, that's
hilarious.
good. That's
Yeah.
a credit to Jean-Marc and David, who have spent many hours with guys.
Oh, I completely forgot he prevents the first damage. Can I
Yeah, he did
redo
that.
my power phase?
I mean, yeah, okay. I don't know.
That's fine.
We can go back. It's not a. I
There
mean,
goes our
it's not even
this time.
spearmint now. Yeah, now it's. Now it's
an
licorice.
experiment.
We got a
This
licorice.
is a different game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've split the universe into a different path now. Still mint. Ooh, Baron Blade.
Fortunately, I don't think I have too much that's of use, and we want to save the other stuff. So just throw on the healing in order to draw some cards.
Well,
There we
can
go.
you take out the Dance of Daggers?
it's only going to do damage to
Yeah.
Legacy.
Yeah,
This
we have
time,
heroic
probably not.
interception, so
Right,
it's
yeah.
not so bad.
Also, Legacy.
A contest. The guessing
Okay.
game. I'll see if I can interrupt by clicking real fast. At the start of the environment turn, one player guesses either contest or show. Discard the top card environment deck. If it has the guess keyword, put this card face down in the player's play area. Otherwise, they deal themselves 2 psychic damage and destroy this card. All right. So that's
This is how we get
yeah.
tickets.
if we guess correctly.
Yes. Uh-oh, he's playing a lot of cards.
And here's Yoink again.
Gold
there goes my turn.
bars. Oh, right. He yoinks. He's re-yoinking.
Collector's item, which was played, pulls a copy of Yoink out of the trash.
Yay, heroic interception.
That's fun.
I do like the placeholder that got picked for yoink sort of is like, yeah, a little square went in the big box.
I'm sure that was intentional.
I mean, I imagine there are also times where Yoink just steals something and you go, wait, you stole what?
Origami Swami had the idea of an environment that does the Monty Hall choice. I love it.
But
We
which
had
one
this.
has
And
the
it has to have
goats?
the donkey or the goat or whatever, right? Like, yeah.
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 All right, so yoink is, I think Rujuin's got the ongoing destruction.
Yep.
To
I
take
think
care
I'm
of
the
that.
only one who managed to grab ongoing destruction this time around in terms of card draws.
Yeah, and then we just murder the minions.
Ruduin, it's like the of disruption has some maybe special string problems. When you right click on it and get the full card view, it is showing all the things in the UI.
Not
Sorry.
seeing.
Which card?
Of disruption, I'm looking at the one underneath Yoink.
Oh, that would be because it's not showing it. Oh, underneath. That's probably because there's a special string on that card that is having a null reference at that moment.
Mm.
Because it's
Yes,
probably
it's
not
not
expecting to
curious.
be in that place.
Right.
It's probably looking for the card that it's next to or something like that, or I don't know what, but
The card
I
that
don't
it's
see it if I
suffixing.
go right onto it. I only see it if I immediately right click it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, I
want to
should
say. Yeah,
I
go
should
ahead.
probably put like a try catch like just on this part because that does come up and people are like, why does my card have a title? And it's like, no, it's just there's a null ref and it stopped stopped before it got to the logic that says hide that part.
Yeah.
Terminus Memento starts.
Or maybe just move the stuff that renders special strings to the end of that block.
Now I've taken down his TR, so I can shoot him properly.
I think we can either have me go for Yoink or do some healing, but probably makes more sense to go for Yoink.
Yeah, that card's pretty nasty.
Yeah, everybody discards a card every round is real bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's Citizen
That
Sweat.
is- Yes.
Or Tears? One of them. One of those moisture-based citizens. You're welcome.
You could have phrased it.
I phrased it exactly how I meant to.
Oh,
Precisely how
you can hit him.
I can hit him?
Punch twice.
Oh,
Yeah,
I could.
if you sock
yeah,
him and back fist strike, you can actually deal him damage.
I could do.
Sure,
If
what's the
someone's
best
got the
thing to
gold
do?
bars taken care of.
I can, if,
It's at 1 hit point, so hopefully someone can.
right.
Lead from the front. Where's Clara when you need her? Take that, villain! Takewalker has a moisture-based villain. Well, as we all know, Moisture is the essence of wetness, and wetness is the essence of beauty.
I did not know that, in fact.
I think I'll probably do stress hardening this round, and then just draw cards.
No Zoolander fans in the chat? Oh, come on. I feel like Zoolander is... If you didn't watch Zoolander when it came out, you probably never did. So it's a reference that misses a lot.
In case anyone missed what just happened, I just discarded a test subject caliber 19 to draw 2 test subject caliber 19.
Perfect.
That's amazing. Like, there's only 3 in the deck, right?
No, that's all the copies right there.
Well, you could just take your next rounds gaining hit points if you like.
Seems to tell me that's what I should do.
I mean, realistically, it's one of those things that best if we can get someone else to...
Yeah, play it a turn. I mean, you've got lots of hit points. You're doing great.
Yeah, I'm doing fine, and I want to be hit so I get my extra bonuses.
Yeah, we're all over 20. We're fine.
I think I found a fun use for Play It Again, Sam. So I'm going to play Terminus's Return Fire as Charlie. So I deal Loot Case some damage. Loot Case deals me damage, then deals himself damage with rough around the edges.
And then,
And you get to play. Then you get to play it again, Sam, again.
I could do that. I'm going to play Dial M for Mark instead, which is Charlie throwing a bit of his own goop at Loot Case and increasing damage dealt to him.
Oh, and redirecting to you.
Yes.
When he deals damage.
Now,
has a chance to punch him.
Yep. And now I will punch. And I will increase damage by 1.
Nice. Sparky Wolf says, throwing his own moisture.
Stop saying that.
Right. I don't know if Yoink is immediately an issue, so my question is, do we want me to do an AoE that will take care of the gold bars, and then I can also either throw healing or draws around?
Yoink. Get rid of Yoink.
I agree.
Ridgeone's got like 20 cards in hand. He's like, Yoink doesn't matter.
Then again, if you can actually hit Loot Case, he's got
he's got +1 against
increased damage. So
but it would take 2 hits.
I would be able to hit Loot Case this turn with what I've got. So I guess the question. So we think Yoink is more important than the gold bars?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got lots of hit points. We've got finite numbers of cards.
We have infinite hit points.
Finite both.
I mean, got much lower numbers of cards, especially like individual cards when it's picking at random.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so who is most resistant to damage if they guess wrong?
It's irreducible, isn't it? Oh no, it isn't. It's 2.
Oh.
I can use my base power to heal.
I mean, I'm happy to take damage right now. So.
Alright, well, click on whoever wants to click on your own name, and then everyone will click on it as well.
Sure.
Oh no. Where do I click? There are slightly more contests than shows in the deck, and we've already seen one show, so contest is more likely.
Yep.
We win!
You've earned a ticket. The next contest is a punching machine. All we have to do is reduce its hit points to 0.
Punch it.
Yes.
Punch the machine. But if we destroy it in any other way, we take lightning damage.
Yep.
Priceless antiques. My cans. My antique cans.
Or gold.
And I bought off guard.
Oh, right,
he's-
because the ticket is also an environment card in play.
Also,
A
yeah,
lot of
Charlie
cards
is
coming
taking
in.
the gold bars right in the face.
Yep, but he's
Yep.
hitting back, so that's fun.
Yeah.
I
Uh-oh.
mean, I did give warning.
Uh-oh.
So much things are happening. So the bought off guard is playing more cards.
The bottom guard plays one card from the top of the villain deck for every environment card in play, and yes, it will count the tickets.
Yeah.
So that brought out a couple more cards.
Oh,
And
wow.
that card is going to be a nightmare. in
Charlie
certain
is getting
environments.
wrecked.
Spit out things.
He's hitting back, though. It's fine.
That
This
would have
was
been
all
nice to
part
have
of the
for
plan.
heroic interception. All right, so what what else is here? Another gold bars, a masterpiece, healed him, hidden vault.
Yeah, so Hidden
right.
Vault came out first, and Hidden Vault then brings a case card out and makes both itself and the case card it is next to indestructible. So that's
Oh.
sticking around now.
That's mean.
So that healing is
gonna-
happening every round forever. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Should we
there was
just
also-
let loot case flip then?
there's 2.1 million in loot, so
He's gonna flip
he's gonna flip.
unless we
Okay,
destroy
so-
his
Okay.
antique cans.
Mhm.
If he does flip, though, he doesn't prevent the first damage he takes.
Yeah.
He does have... Yeah,
DR1 is probably easier to deal with than that, honestly.
I agree. And I think we have a lot of hit points, so we can deal with the damage boost he gets.
Hit Charlie, just get him down.
He's
want-
don't.
He likes to get hit.
He doesn't.
Use us.
He'll hit me.
I like
Charlie's
he'll
life
make me
is
hit me.
suffering.
He's got the battle damage art. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's true. These cards have numerals, which is a thing in Sentinels.
Yep, but only on powers.
Yeah, exactly. Only on powers. It's the only place because there's special code that says this is a numeral because Sentinels, because Harpy.
That's
Try to
in-
think someone
just
could
in
do
case-
something.
Just in case Guys takes applied numerology
That's-
and then uses your hero's power.
That's 100% why. It's because of guys. If it wasn't for guys, like that would literally just be some special code on Harpy's cards, and that would be it. But because guys, you're welcome.
It does make it fun when we're having like special gimmicks on our thing because we can't control how guys does stuff.
Yeah.
So we have to figure out ways around.
Does anyone have area damage here, or should I hit the gold bars down?
Area damage this turn.
You do, or you don't?
I do.
Okay, enough. If things are at 2, they're dead?
I think I can manage 2, yes.
Okay. Then I will knock the other down to 2. And hey, everyone have a hit point.
Yay, I need
3
them.
hit points.
Ooh,
Charlie definitely needed.
inspiring.
Yeah,
I don't have anything particularly incredible here.
Which means it's time for combo chain.
Do you have anything,
Yeah,
do
you
you have
probably
anything
do.
credible?
Yeah, combo chain is credible.
Very good.
And then I'll discard one of my million healing cards to maybe get more combos. Oh, good, another combo chain.
Hey, that's a
Neither
card.
one-
That card has value in that you can discard it, as
That's
Dolphin
true.
would say.
Or it might get stolen.
Yeah.
I'm honestly tempted to use Play It Again, Sam, to copy Quicksilver's heal and
And then
your
return.
turn card.
I
I
mean,
think that's fun.
that's
Like,
Well-
if we really need healing, I can try to work that in.
What you could also do is oh wait, never mind. Ignore me.
Oh yeah, you could play Stretch Too Thin, right, and play it then. So you could still use a power if you want.
That's a good point. Yes, that's a very good idea.
So you actually don't lose your turn.
Yeah, gotta love that. Do we want? Oh, we gotta kill Bot off guard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's.
that thing needs to go.
I guess I should have punched that.
I can probably manage 3 if we need to.
I have done
All right,
3,
that's good.
and now I'm like.
I mean, if we keep pushing Ridgewan, he can eventually do anything. It's like, oh yeah, 2 damage, okay. 3 damage, okay. 4 damage, okay.
I don't think I have a
7 damage and shuffle the environment deck into the villain deck. I can do that. Okay, test subject Albert.
Oh, you missed
Sorry,
click.
I chose the wrong person.
Now we've got Turkish delight flavor, not mint.
I like Turkish delight.
I do as well. In Canada, we have a horrible candy bar called Turkish Big Turk, which is Turkish delight in the middle of chocolate, and it's really weird. I like it, but no one does. No one else does in the world. I don't know how it exists.
I've never actually had Turkish delight.
I'm Canadian, and I've never had one of those.
You never had a Big
so-
Turk? Yeah, check it out. I mean,
Oh.
they still exist. Big Turk. It's like it's not really Turkish delight. It's like you could imagine it might be inspired by Turkish delight. That's all.
Yeah, a lot of chocolate bars are like that.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have a wave. We don't need piercing or control this time.
Yeah, actual Turkish delight, like really well-made Turkish delight, is nice. It's like usually pretty strongly rosewater flavored, so it's like you have one piece and then you're good for the day. But like, it's not like Narnia or anything.
I'll save
It's
the
not
healing
worth
later.
betraying all your friends.
No, probably not.
Wave of disruption.
Ridgewan is
So-
casting the spell that ends the world.
Oh, there's custom text that puts the names together?
Is that-
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that-
Unfortunately, Punching Machine was the one that dealt the damage to itself, so
That's
it's going to
unfortunate.
explode and deal
Oh,
us
Okay,
all
can we,
damage.
We're
can we not
okay.
do that?
I
Yeah,
mean,
I can always just target something else with that. I just didn't realize that punching machine was phrased that
oh
way.
yeah, we can just leave punching machine alone if you don't have to hit it.
Yep, I
Yeah.
do not.
Oh, so that's probably where that null reference was coming from, was something to do with.
Possibly.
Cards getting assembled.
That's right.
Wave of disruption.
Yeah, I love how the names come together with Spellforge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was one
Spellforge
thing I
uses
really
Wave
wanted.
of Disruption. That's very cool.
Kill the guard.
Creative use of the send message action. Guys uses it a lot.
Yep,
Yes.
it's these
He
guys.
does.
And yep, I just target this masterpiece. It won't be destroyed, but I can.
Yeah, it's just gonna go into negatives.
Oh, nice. I got inspired.
Cool.
Give us a show. Nope, another contest.
We're apparently contesting things today.
Yes.
Another
There's
guessing game. Wait,
I,
was the
I love my.
oh right, the
Forged
punching machine
appraisal
uses
is
flavor.
ridiculous.
Sorry. Sorry, what we're saying? I was just muttering to myself over you by accident.
Oh, I said forged appraisal is ridiculous, and I love it.
Oh my goodness,
you.
what?
We're all getting punished.
Oh good, at least it doesn't multiply their end of turn effects as well. That would be that would be too much. Right, so
In
now
fact, Forged Appraisal's card has literally no code, because the only things it does are on Loot Case's card.
Yep.
That's fun. So I'm still very worried about this healing that we can't do anything about.
That'll let
Yeah,
me flip
it's-
or just prepare to churn everything down.
well, I mean, even when he flips, that thing is still there, right? So we have to
Yes,
try to
right.
outpace it.
Damage reduction will change to actually punchable for a lot of characters.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's true.
So yeah, I think we should let him flip. and that means keeping the jewels around.
Yeah, we're just under if we had just Forged Appraisal and Masterpiece.
Mhm.
Oh. We're increasing the villain targets? Is that the new plan?
Yeah, if we let him flip, he switches from blocking the first damage to reduce damage to case cards only, and increase
Right.
damage dealt by villain targets by 1 on the other side.
Okay, so
I'm not sure we want more villain targets in play.
No.
We don't want more villain
Are we
targets in play.
are we ready to flip him?
Well, I mean, we're
Yes.
Oh,
well, we
yeah,
could put
totally.
one in play that's not as bad as shiny jewels potentially, if we want.
Shiny jewels isn't that bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shiny Juice is
Yeah,
pretty
2 damage
mild.
to everyone is fine.
Everyone except for Charlie is mostly fine.
Even Charlie's kind of fine.
Okay, maybe I should not do this.
Oh, there's one that's $1. Oh, that's
Yeah.
the memento. I didn't
Because
realize it
of-
was just $1.
Heirloom.
So it's doubled
Yeah.
to $2. That's great.
Principle of the thing.
Yeah, it's like Le Capitan's steal your cards from your deck card. It's him going after the sentimental value to get at you.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think even if you didn't want to make art for your deck, it would be handy for those to have like a simple graphic like Ridgeoins with the dollar value on them as the art. Could be worth doing.
That would work, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did for Cassie's cards, just so the graphic has an easy reminder, because there's not necessarily an easy way of doing it. Well,
That's a
I know
good
that
idea.
early on I had issues with numbers inside as keywords, but that might be something that you could do here.
Oh, it could do a keyword as well. But that font doesn't have all the numbers in it, I think.
Yeah, you'd have to make a custom font for it.
We might have, I think either we did update the font to include all the numbers specifically for Ridgeoin, I think, or it's on the list. Either we did it or it's on the list. I'm not sure.
I think you did for Cassie, but that came, the request came before the art started to appear, and then the actual change was done after the art, but I had already
Right.
put art indications of the numbers by then.
Yeah, so you might be able to put there's probably still not a $ character in that font, but we could potentially add that too.
There's not a $ character in any of your fonts. I asked for it a long time ago, and still, unfortunately, not there.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
why
well,
in the actual card text, I wrote out dollars. Like
Right.
dollar sign there.
we can, if it's in the font, we can put it in.
Interestingly, it's in the special string.
Yeah,
The-
it was there.
Oh yeah, the special string uses like a font like that has more stuff because it's a general text font, whereas the stuff that's on the small cards specifically like wants to be smaller to save memory, right? So that's do we want bolster allies, or does everyone have a card they want to play? I guess specifically Tesla Coil with 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind more cards.
Would you rather a card or a hit point?
A card.
Okay.
You can potentially see about hit points depending on how much punching goes around.
Ooh, I got my healing. Nice.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, so we're just gonna be trying to hit loot case. Is that the idea right now?
Or
Yeah.
save up for next turn after Luke Case flips.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna.
think
The year will be gone next turn.
Okay.
Honestly,
So-
by then I think it's a matter of who's the one who gets the finishing blow at that stage.
Since we'll be fighting through a 1DR, what say you to frenzied melee to increase all of our damage by 1?
Well, he himself
fun.
won't have DR. It's only the case cards.
Well, we can still enjoy the extra damage then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
hard
mean,
target gets that.
Even better.
more damage,
Frenzy
more
man.
better.
And we don't need huge combos.
You guys play this game like I do. I love it.
You only need that one last hit point, so.
Yep.
And even then, not always. Fixed point.
Stained badge.
Oh, right. I deal myself extra damage. Oops.
Don't make
It's
stained
fine.
badge, kids.
Everything's fine.
Yep. I agree. Everything's
You
okay.
got liquor.
I do have liquor. Um, I assume I don't need to use my like Rudin. Are you going to do damage?
I'm gonna heal folks this time and deal with the punching machine is my plan, so you should be fine.
Okay. I will draw a card. Another Maltese flask. Amazing. Do I have a good card to play? Yeah, I can.
Right, we do have a +1 damage from Frenzied Melee, right?
And also
Well,
Inspiring
let's
Presence.
Oh, in that case, I should be very careful about what I throw because I don't actually want to hit everything. Okay. So in that case, here is a... So,
Controlled
punching
wave
machine,
of healing.
go away.
You got a ticket.
And then... Charlie. You're fine. You're fine.
Ow.
All right, there's retaliation. Oh well.
Yeah.
I'm more HP than you.
Rough
It's
around the
fine.
edges has not worked out for me this game.
Everything is fine. I guess I better heal myself after that.
Wait, did I actually get healing from that? Okay, I did.
Yeah, you take one and then heal 3 or something.
And probably Quicksilver's the other person who can use it.
Yeah, probably. Although, I'm almost at max. Yeah, now I'm at max.
Yeah, I don't think I actually
crap,
want to
now
destroy
she's at
anything,
max.
though, so more healing is still better.
A violent way to heal people.
I wanted to use Impact, but that would destroy things, and we don't actually want that.
We can destroy them next turn.
But first, guessing game. Did I
Well,
hear that Quicksilver didn't want to be at max?
Yeah, if I'm not at max, I get an extra point, so I'm happy to take this guess.
Quicksilver it is.
What do we think? Probably.
It should be about even now.
So let's say show then, because that sounds more exciting since we have tickets.
Sure.
It is not.
Contest.
That's
That means
okay.
we'll see
I
a
wanted
show.
damage anyway.
Take
And
4.
it's a show.
And damage you have achieved.
It is a show, the Elysia Bestiary. Starring Pierre and the Ghost Lions.
Oh no, eyes!
Actual ghosts.
A lot of fun making these.
Well, we'll see if we get to the start of the environment turn for that.
Yep.
True.
But we do have tickets, so we get to do the good part.
Now let's see if
$1
Charlie manages to
million
survive or
dollars.
not.
Alright, Lucas is trying to damage us as much as he can.
Let's have. Oh. We should have actually had me take the damage first because then rough around the edges would kill the jewels.
We want to go back?
Sure. What candy are we at now?
Milky Way.
Oh, it's pretty.
We going to Charlie? Yeah.
Yep.
And I do not want to regret
redirect
it.
that. Ow. Oh, right. There's another one.
Yeah, and the other
Oh.
one is not going to... You're not going to kill it, right? Because it was only 3.
Right.
And I don't think anyone else has retaliate, yeah.
So
Oh, Charlie's not going to be healthy after this one.
I mean, I can.
We did our best, but Charlie really took a lot of punches.
Sorry, Rob.
Behold, why future retaliate cards say non-hero.
Yeah, they sure do.
You have 5
I
hit
like
points.
how
That's 4 more
apparently
than
you
me.
can have a appraisal that's forged enough that they say $1 million directly is actually $2 million.
And they say that that heirloom is $2 instead of $1.
Okay, 26 damage, 1 round.
Mhm.
Or we need to destroy one of their things.
Here,
We should be fine.
Yep, let's
everybody
speed
set
run
up
this.
a thing.
Oh, we're playing Ethereal Armory.
Yes.
Exciting.
Everybody
I'm not
gets
going to be able
temporary
to.
setup.
By definition, I have no equipment or ongoings.
What?
Oh.
Really?
Yep.
I'll give you one then.
I will save Charlie if necessary.
I can play Mirror Shard. That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
one
Lord.
of the actual goals I had with making Spellforge. I wanted to see if I could make a character convincing without any equipment or ongoings.
Well, you have an ongoing.
Huh. But it's not in your hand, so you don't get to do that part.
Yep.
And then this is a fun one. This deals one target 6 cold damage. Destroy. What? When this card would be destroyed?
Do you want to route that through me first, and then I'll deal like 4 more?
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like we should be using that on small instances if possible.
Hey,
No,
you know
no.
what?
This way, stress hardening cranks up.
Yeah, now I'm dealing 13 damage.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wow.
Alright.
And I can just remove 3 tokens and not destroy the thing. And we don't care. Do we care about
I think we're winning.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're winning, so we don't care that much. Like, it doesn't hurt,
rather than the
but
style on him? This is what I think of your forgery.
I will punch more. I can't punch more. I have a limited number of punchings.
and you do not have a room for extra punches.
Oh, right. Punch Quicksilver.
Well, let her redirect.
It's not actually redirect. It's more of an absolute zero kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't work.
No, you need to
Yeah,
punch someone else.
it is
and then
actually
redirect.
redirect.
Oh, I
It is a
see.
redirect. Yeah.
When
It
you
is-
redirect damage this way.
Okay. So I need to punch the villain, and then
Punch
it
the villain,
redirects.
and then that will route through me. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, we do. Shouldn't kill me. Now it does 9.
Well, your buffs happen twice.
Mm-hmm. That's the beauty of it.
There's Flying Smash. That would have been very helpful this game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is Quicksilver's finish. However you
Everyone
like.
How would you like to dramatically finish?
Do we think a Forest of Needles is good enough?
Yeah,
pretty
I like it
dramatic.
when Forest of Needles actually destroys a target, because according to its text, it never should.
Mm-hmm. And that's the game.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Game, everybody.
Take that loot case. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we're finishing exactly on the typical end time of Handelabra Live. So we could stop, or we could play another game. Any thoughts?
I need a bounce. Someone can take my place.
Yeah,
so-
I have to take off too. But this was fun.
Yeah, we'll
Thanks for
call it
hosting.
there then.
Okay.
That was fun, but we'll play. We can get the mod squad again another time. I'm
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, if you have not heard, if you have not seen, Sentinels of the Multiverse has official Steam Workshop support as of today, and I have been joined by a bunch of amazing mod authors. So yeah, check out all that stuff at sentinelsdigital.com/Steam Workshop. No, /workshop. /workshop.
Just workshop. Just workshop.
I should know my own website.
Christopher and Adam didn't know their own website for years.
That's right. Does it have a the or not? I
Just
typed the link
Google
in.
Sentinels Workshop, you'll find it.
Also, that works, yeah. And Google will probably figure
okay.
out soon that the actual workshop page is live too, which it might not know yet. Yeah, go on there and subscribe to mods and check them out. And if you want to create your own mods, you can visit our website to find out how to do it. And join our Discord. And all of these fine folks are on the Discord, and I'm sure won't mind answering a question or two along with me. Yeah. Thanks
If
everyone
you don't
for
have
joining.
programming shops,
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining. It's been a blast, and hopefully we can do it again soon.
Yeah.
What's happening?
All right. Have a good night and enjoy saving the Modiverse. Good night, everyone.
Ooh.
Dun, dun.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.